Before we begin, thank you very much to MasterBen95 for joining the Patreon campaign over at patreon.com/TJOmega. We are very, very close to the Beast Machines review reward tier. Uh, I do know things are expensive right now. I understand. That's why I try to ask just like a buck or two is plenty. Don't overexert yourself for my sake. I appreciate all the help you are willing to give. So, just give what you're comfortable with. That's all I would ask, if you are so inclined. Otherwise, hit like, hit subscribe. That helps out too, and that's free. So, all week we've been getting these reveals for the new Wreckers line exclusive to Amazon, and I have been itching to talk about these. The thoughts have been piling up, but I wanted to wait until all of them were out, and the last one finally dropped. So that is what we are going to be doing today, looking over all of the new Wrecker goodness we are getting. And we are starting with where they started. Essentially, we'll be doing these in order of release, and that means we begin with the obvious one. You begin the Wreckers with Impactor, sporting comic book accurate colors this time, and another head number 3 for Impactor, making up for all the years he's been depicted in the comics without an actual toy, and getting like every iteration of his head out there. It's just kind of amusing to me. There's actually quite a few retooled parts on him. The chest is especially noticeable in order to come more close to his original depiction, which is a nice thing to see. Looking really good. I like how it looks. I mean, all of them have been relatively the same, but in slight variations, I think this is probably my favorite of them so far. And with him, we are getting a brand new fossilizer. Well, not brand new, it's a retool, but we're getting another fossilizer in the form of Spindle, a Spinosaur, who is looking very, very, very awesome. I'm really, really loving what they've been doing with the fossilizers here. So let's see. Yeah, the Spinosaur mode looks pretty awesome. Maybe not historically accurate because the legs are a little large, but let's give him forgiveness. It actually has to turn into something. It's a Jurassic Park. Blame the frog DNA. And there is Impactor in his proper toy colors. A little bit more gold hued, a little bit richer purple. I really, really like how he looks. And again, no battle damage. So at the very least, Hasbro's giving us new parts on this one and not just taking battle damage off and saying buy it again. But no, I dig how it looks. I really dig this this as a 2-pack. What I really like about this is the fact that the plastic colors match, which means we're going to get some really demented combinations between these two. I'm expecting shots of Impactor looking like he's being eaten by the swarm. I'm anticipating that, but it makes me realize just how cool it would have been to get weaponizers or fossilizers that matched existing characters, so they kind of blended in shape-wise. That would have been cool. But this, just as a one-off of what that could be, I'll take it, because both of these are actually really good figures on their own. Next 2-pack, Leadfoot, and probably my favorite name in a long time, Master Dominus. It's just a hilarious pun on Mastodon, and yes, it does sound kinky. But we'll take it for what it is, because it's still an impressive name. Let's call it that. And these are both impressive retools. So Master Dominus himself, God, I can never keep the fossilizer names straight. I feel bad about this one. I feel bad about that. This is the Stratosaur remolded into a mammoth, which it looks like the legs have been lengthened. I'm not sure. I'm not sure how. Like I didn't see like a retooling shot of this or these two side by side. But he definitely looks a little bit taller though. I don't know if that's just me misremembering something or not. He had to be taller because obviously a mastodon's got height to it. It's vaguely Power Ranger color, like vaguely Mastodon Dinozord color too, which I think is a nice. It's a nice accidental thing, because I definitely don't think it was. I don't think it was intentional in any way. I really do like how he looks, though. Really like how he looks. There's still better ways of working that shoulder kibble. I need to review that toy so I can show you how I put that kibble. It looks way better than that. But yeah, I really like how this guy looks. Really like how this guy looks. And then you got Leadfoot remolded from the Earth Mode Mirage. I really like how this one looks too. We're getting a little bit of G2 love is never a bad thing. I wish there was more of it. Really like the new head style. Really like the new head. I could go for a few redecos of this, honestly. You want to start getting into like RID skids or something like weird like that, I'd be down. So again, this one, I think I like this one the best because I like how different they are from the original molds. I really like the Mastodon. It's not the match colors on Impactor and Spindle are great, but variety wise, I really like this. I think this is the set that I like the most out of all of these. Reveal number 3 was where it started falling off a little bit for me because we got Springer, who, of course, with the Wreckers, that's a good name to have in the mix. They didn't go with just a clean deco, though. They went with a toy-accurate deco, which does make sense outside of, I'd kind of like my 86 cast to match and, not have one banged-up character in the bunch, but is what it is, I guess. So, the colors look fine. I do think it looks a little bit more dull without the yellow and without a little bit more green thrown in. It's just a lot of gray here. He doesn't look bad. He just kind of doesn't interest me as much as the normal Springer colors. Now, if you grew up with the toy, this is going to be yours. This is going to be your Springer, and that's great for you. For me, I was really hoping for something that just kind of cleaned up the Siege figure, which I complained about them doing, but I'm also a sucker, as we kind of established with this channel for many years. So I don't know. I wish they'd done. I don't know. I wish they'd done something a little bit different. This one just didn't really. This one didn't do anything for me. Then we move into Bulkhead. I think there's a lot of speculation for what they were going to do with Bulkhead. I don't think anyone came up with just army camo and that's it. He does get a new weapon. He does get this radar piece for the top of the vehicle mode, which doubles as a hammer in robot mode. So he is all barbarian. Just mace in one hand, hammer in the other, just bludgeon everything to death. He has a gun on his shoulder, but that's just to like freak him out into trying to get up close so he doesn't have range anymore. And that's just false sense of security. Just lure him in and just tenderize him. This one really didn't do anything for me. I was hoping they would do something a little bit more clever. I was hoping they would do something, I don't know, maybe more Transformers animated colors, maybe Mudbuster inspired. No, it's just army camo, which, I don't know. I'm not a fan. Like, it's already weird when you start looking back on some of these. It's already weird because we have alien helicopter / car. We have alien tank, and then we have realistic race car. We have real like Earth style race car, Earth style military truck, complete with camo that can't work on any other planet. This starts getting a little bit frustrating to me because like I was hoping this set would be a little bit more cohesive. I was hoping for like proper wreckers. Like I'm not some of these do feel kind of random. Like 2 fossils, 2 realistic vehicles, 2 or 3, I guess, alien vehicles. I don't know. It seems a little disjointed. Like Bulkhead's okay. I just wish they did something more creative is all. And then we get to the newest and final reveal, and it's Twin Twist in Diaclone colors. Now, we already saw leaks of this one. We knew this one was coming. But what we didn't expect was to find out that there is no top spin. It is not a 2-pack. Nothing is coming with it. It's just Twin Twist in his Diaclone color scheme. One of his Diaclone color schemes, I should say. This is disappointing. This is frustrating. Now, don't get me wrong. I actually really like the color scheme. I actually really like how he looks, especially in the tank mode. That actually looks really, really cool. I dig it. What I'm upset over is the fact that we are in this age where Hasbro has said multiple times, we want to complete sets. We don't want to leave characters out anymore. Topspin and Twin Twist are already known for being part of the Wreckers, so it makes sense that they are part of this team. It does not make sense that you only do Twin Twist and not Topspin. It's frustrating to me because Topspin was my #1 toy of 2017. That was my #1 Transformer of the year. I loved that toy, and I was really looking forward to having it in the bright red and dark blue color scheme. I thought it would have looked especially in the vehicle mode, I thought it was going to look super cool. Nope. We don't get to have nice things here. So I'm not really disparaging on Twin Twist here. Twin Twist looks fine. It's the same mold. I don't think it works as well as Twin Twist as it does Topspin, but it's still, it's still a fine mold. I'm just really confused why it's just one. Now, they could do it again. If this does well, we might see something like the Netflix line where there's another wave of these afterwards. We might see a selects release for Topspin. I can't imagine doing one without doing the other at some point, but I hate just getting one now and then just leaving it in the dark. If or when are we getting the other one? I don't know, man. It's frustrating. See, look, this is what I wanted. I would take him like this too, with the gray and blue. I'd take that one too. I'd just love to own. I just love to own a different version of that mold. Is what I would love. But look how good it would have looked in the red and blue. Look how good that would have looked. I don't know. So the Wreckers themselves all have matching box art. They all complete one big image with what is pretty obviously Emerald Zeron in the center as the statue. This is worrisome because remember who we're dealing with. These are Amazon exclusives. So if you didn't order yours on Hasbro Pulse, make sure to check the little box that says ship in an external box or whatever it says, because that's something you have to put on these things so we don't have a Prowl Ironhide situation again. The combined box art is actually really cool, considering it's weirdly proportioned between the 2-packs and the Voyagers. It's not bad. And I also I like the little nods. We have, I believe, Whirl is up in the top corner of Twin Twist's box. So maybe that figure is on the way. Maybe that is an indication, because Hasbro likes to do that. They like to put characters and certain things in the background of artwork like these to gauge fan interest and hype for things that they are planning to release at some point. So if we're getting a retool of Thrilling 30 Whirl, for instance, in more something a little bit more akin to a Wrecker variant for him, I'd be down for that. And this is probably one of those ways of Hasbro going, let's see if people know. Let's see if people get interested in this. So get loud about it. If you want more of these, get loud about it. We'll see if they hopefully do another set. Because honestly, it's a cool lineup, but man, do I wish it was more classic Wreckers. I wish there was a Rack and Ruin in here, for instance. I don't know how you do it, but I wish there was. It's not bad. It's not bad for what it is. And outside, and everyone here, outside of the new fossilizers, are characters I've seen in Wreckers fiction before. So at least you got that going for it. What it makes me wish is seeing how good these two as a color scheme together are, really makes me wish that we had one set of the fossilizers that was all the same color. I would buy that gift pack in a heartbeat. And then to throw in a little bit more, they offer Assemble the Wrecker's Hammer. Each Wreck and Rule collection pack includes a piece of the Wrecker's Hammer. Collect all 5 packs to assemble and display the iconic Wrecker Hammer on your shelf. So if you want a close-up of the iconic hammer that you've never seen before, there you go. Yeah, I don't recall an iconic hammer with the Wreckers. You know, the most signature weapon of the Wreckers is Impactors Harpoon. That's about the closest I remember. And as you can see, it's not a Build-A-Figure thing or anything. It's cardboard. It's pieces of the insert tray punched out to build into a hammer if you so choose. And I mean, if you're planning to display these all together as a Wreckers team, it's not a bad piece, just as like a easy little throw-in thing. Hardly a selling point though. So, I don't know. It is what it is. I just missed the part where it's iconic. But that in a nutshell is the Wreck and Rule series. I mean, it's a hit and miss line. I love the new fossilizers. You know, some of these remolds are really, really nice. I wish the Springer is a personal preference thing, but I think I want to say, like, I know there's going to be fans of this Bulkhead and the camo, but I really want to say that, like, this one would be a letdown for most people, just because it's so, I don't know, it's just lacking a lot. Yeah, and then, like, you know, join me on social media and crying out for justice for Topspin. Where is Topspin? So that's gonna be it for today. Thank you guys for joining me as I ramble on about new toys once more. But at the very least, these were actually interesting, I think, to talk about, because it is such a different series for Hasbro to go with, and so many weird things to it too. Yeah, thank you once again, and hopefully next video is I don't know, a little bit more substantial. I don't know, like I like talking new toys, but you know, every now and then I'm like, can we slow down on the news? I like to talk about other things, but this is like strike while the iron's hot stuff. So, all right, yeah, justice for Topspin. Goodbye. Guys, I am facing the most powerful enemy any YouTuber can face, the algorithm, and I need your help to defeat him. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and leave a comment. Every time you do, we attack that algorithm and we drive it back until it can no longer defeat this channel. Thank you very much.